Alright, hey guys, this is Klaus for the second deck profile of the Cardfight Vanguard V series, aka Standard Series. Now, this is my other tournament deck that I like to use, which is Nova Gravelers Perfect Raizer Deck profile. Alright, let's get started. I run this one. I run like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 Excel markers. Why? I don't know, because I have nothing else to do with my freaking excessive Excel markers. Alright, so in reality, you only need like 4 Excel markers, because I've never gone past 2 at most. If you're playing this deck right, you should be ending the game with 1 Excel marker alone, 2 tops. Alright, enough of me bitching and whining. Let's get to the great deck profile. Obviously, Battle Raizer as your starter. Why? I don't know why you will run the other grades, the fucking starter. That one's a trash card. Unless you're budget running it, then it won't matter, really. But if you're playing competitively, run this shit. I've seen people run 2. Yeah, it's good. Like, you do a lot of cute shit, but it's useless because you're taking away spots in your deck for something else to be in there, something better to be in there. So Battle Raizer is your starter. I run 4 heals. I'm thinking about removing heals to 2, or if not completely, and putting crits instead. Heals, yeah, it's useful. Because so you can survive. But with Nova Grapplers, you don't really need it, because you're gonna finish the game. As long as you go first, you're gonna win the game. 4 heals for now, timing. And then 6 front triggers. So I've been thinking about doing is running either, when I remove this, 2 crit and 8 front triggers, because front trigger is bae. Front trigger wins you games, makes you save rear guards and all that shit. Because, yeah, it's 10k to your entire front row, which includes the Excel markers. So, I don't know why I need to talk about this any further than that. And then 2 regular draw triggers, and then 4 draw PG triggers. This deck the reason I run a lot of draw triggers, and you want to run a lot of draw triggers, is that you have a better chance of getting the right grade 2s, right grade 3s, or the perfect units for you to fucking punch the shit out of all your opponents. So draw triggers are bae. You want to run 6. Trust me. Don't try to argue with me that you need only 4. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about if you're saying only run 4. If you try the 6 draw lineup and you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you're hip to it, give me a thumbs up. It's a thumbs up, because you're cool, man. You're cool. I fuck with y'all. Anyways, that's the end of the grade 0 lineup. Okay, moving on to the grade 1 lineup. I run a playset of this Jet Raizer, because this motherfucker is beautiful. Now, his skill is, whether he's in Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle, doesn't matter. He doesn't give a fuck. He's gonna get 3,000 every time you call out a fucking unit to the Rearguard Circle. So good. 3,000. They're like, at your grade 3, if this shit is out, you should be like fucking racking that number. It's gonna be like 13k beat stick. So fuck you, Kageros, and fuck you, Royal Paladin players. I'm still gonna fucking punch you in the face with that shit. Okay. A playset of this baby, Trans Raizer. His skill is, when it boosts Soul Blast 2 and you countercharge 1, and this gains a fucking 3,000 power as long as the attack is towards the Vanguard. He's your countercharger for this deck, and if you play this deck, or if you even know remotely about this deck, you're counterblast heavy. So you want to run a 4 of this shit. A playset, whatever. And then, of course, the last but not least, Raizer Costume. Raizer Costume destroys friendships, because he says, what rules on not being able to tag on if you're the first one to go? Yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna still hit you in the face with this shit. So his skill is, Once per turn, put a card from your hand into the soul, and this unit can attack even if on your first turn. Granted, no drive check, so you start with a -2 if you go first and you still use this skill. Now his second skill is my personal favorite. Auto Rearguard skill. Once per turn, when your other rearguard in the same column as this unit restand this unit. This shit is so good even in fucking premium. Like, fuck, man. Shit. You don't understand how many times this guy has fucking pushed me into victory. I don't even get into that part. So, fucking good. Just run playset of this motherfucker, and all these motherfuckers. Now, grade 2 lineup. Now, you want to run 2 Iron Killer. Iron Killer skill is that when he's in the Vanguard or Rearguard circle, he gains 5,000 as long as you have 3 rearguards. That including himself, if he's in the Rearguard circle, by the way. Then, of course, 3 Boomerang Thrower. His skill is useful because you can do both. Whenever this gets called out to the rearguard, if you only have 1 counterblast face up, countercharge 1. If you only have 1 card in the soul charge 1. You can use both when he gets called out. So, what can I say? Run that motherfucker. Of course, the fucking MVP, my personal favorite of grade 2, is the Perfect Raizer. His skill is when this attacks, when your Vanguard attacks, counterblast 1, soul blast 1, you can restand this unit. And if your opponent has 4 or more cards in his damage zone, this gains 3,000. So it becomes a 12k beat stick, baby. Now, the way it's worded, there was some confusion, but when it only gains the 3,000 if your opponent has at 4 damage when it restands. So keep that in mind. Now, last but not least, playset of the high-powered Raizer costume. When he gets called out, Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle, doesn't even give a fuck. He gets to call out the Battle Raizer, the starter, the ideal starter. If you run anything else, you probably have 2-digit for an IQ. Just don't even try to argue with it. Calls this motherfucker out to the rearguard, and when this hits Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle, whenever this fucking hits an opponent's Vanguard, counterblast 1, put this shit back to the soul, and choose one of your rearguards and restand that shit. So you can bum rush the fuck out in grade 2. Mind you, this deck, Nova Grappler right now, strongest point is at grade 2 rush, and then of course grade 3 rush. But the grade 2 rush is how you would win against fucking OTTs and Kageros and all the other motherfuckers. Just attack. Mainly against OTT motherfuckers. Last but not least, the grade 3 lineup. 1 copy of Maximum Raizer. Yeah, I've seen people run none of this, or fucking 2 of it. I run 1 of. I put him in the Excel circle and laugh at people when he attacks, because his skill is when he attacks a Vanguard, as long as it's not being boosted, gains 10k. So it's 22k beat stick even outside of the Excel markers. In the Excel marker, it's a 32k beat stick. So stack fucking triggers on into this shit. It's just gonna fuck people up. Obviously, you want to resend this with your fucking Perfect Raizer also. I run 2 copies of fucking Battledore Fighter. Battledore Fighter is a decent card if you cannot get the other ideal grade 3, because his skill is once per turn, active skill once per turn. Counterblast, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your units, so it can be the Vanguard itself. And that when that unit attacks during this turn, while your opponent calls Guardians from his or her hand, he or her must call out 2 or more at the same time. Now, the way it's worded essentially is telling you they can't PG, because that's different timing. Since PG, you call first and discard, it's not simultaneously. You can't call PG with the other fucking Guardians. So, no PG, meaning you get to fucking guard with other cards, 2 cards at least, at the same time. And he also gains 5,000 when he attacks the opponent's Vanguard. Doesn't matter which circle he's at. Run 1 copy of Asura Kaiser. Now, everyone's saying Asura Kaiser is trash. Klaus, what the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. Asura Kaiser is trash, but once in a blue moon, occasionally he comes in handy. When? You're gonna be like, when does that ever happen? Well, when your opponent knows not to give you fucking 2 counter blasts and you want to restand your rear guards. I run him 1 copy just because of that kind of scenario. Call him out, fucking create an Excel circle, draft check. When this attacks, as long as I get a grade 2 or higher, fucking restand the unit. So if I get 2 and a 3, then or 2 2s or 2 3s, I can restand 2 units for fucking free. No counter blast needed. So fuck you. Best part, if you drive check a grade 3, restand a unit and counter blast 1 and give that unit, and that unit 10,000. So occasionally when I ride him and I have him in the hand, obviously I will ride him, put this motherfucker in the Excel circle, attack first. When this attacks, I drive check a grade 3, I resend this shit, counter blast 1, fucking give a 10k power boost, so that's 42k beat stick, and just fuck shit up. Moving on. Last but not least, of course, the motherfucking MVP of the clan right now. It's the Perfect Raizer. Now, this motherfucker is so good because when he attacks, counter blast 2, choose 2 of your rear guards and restand that shit. And if it hits, counter charge 1 and choose one of your rear guards and choose one of your units and give it a fucking 5,000. So yeah, you get the 1 counter blast back and you give a power. So my fucking favorite combo is have this in the Excel circle, obviously, like such. Have this unit boosting, I don't know, anything. So, and then have this one somewhere else. I guess if I could have it here with another one like that and something like that. Let's say this is my ideal combo. So how it would work is I would attack first. This will be 14k because there's more than fucking 3 rear guards. If you don't know how to count. Attack. If they block it, okay, whatever. Attack with this. Oh, actually, well, technically, I would attack with this too, since this is the ideal grade 1. So then that'll be 14 and fucking 22. Attack. Whatever. 17,000. Whatever. Block. Doesn't hit. Whatever. That's fine. 32. Alright. So, if I had 3 counter blasts open, I will attack with this. Activate his skill first. Counter blast. Soul blast 1. Restand it, and opponents at 4 damage and gain 3,000, whatever. If it doesn't, whatever. His skill procs, restand with it. Then activate his skill, counter blast 2, restand, and his skill procs, restand. So your entire thing stands. So you're attacking at least 7 times this turn, and you just laugh at your opponent. Pretty much the combo consists of this motherfucker, and this grade 1. Just restand everything, laugh at everyone, and if you have this motherfucker out anywhere in the field, he's so good. Just call out rear guards and laugh. Well, that's about it for today, guys. I'm just gonna rush doing this shit because it's fucking 4 in the morning. I don't give a fuck. But give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't.